Let's take 3 deep breaths in and out through the nose. Try to let them go slowly. Deep breath in, just establishing the start of your practice today. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Say something kind and loving to yourself for making the time to be here today. Let it go slowly. Now take a deep breath, pause, think something loving and kind for each of us here in this group. And a deep breath. When ready, hold it in and think of something kind and loving for the planet. Let it go slowly. Then as we open the eyes, we'll shrug our shoulders, lift the elbows out to the side, then pull the elbows in as tight as you can, lengthening the spine up. Shrug the shoulders, lifting the elbows high, squeeze them in tight. Shrug and elbows to the ribs. One more time. Elbows in tight. Sit comfortably, however you would like to be seated, where you can sit there for a little while longer. And we'll do some seated sun salutations. So we'll inhale, reach up high, look up through the hands. Namaste, hands come back to the heart center. Inhale, up, out, and around. Back up the middle. Open, out, and around. Back up the middle. Up, out, around. Now, bring the hands together and see if the elbows will touch. Elbows lifted up high, parallel to the ground. Drop the elbows to one side, the hands to the opposite side. Through the middle, tuck the elbows into the chest, lower the hands towards parallel with your mat. Let's bring the hands back up, lift the elbows up high, and go the other way. Through the middle and down. Now we'll come back up. If you separate the thumb and first finger, you create a lotus flower. They'll feel like the bottom of the elbows are pulling tension and stress up out of your body. And that stress and tension is leaving the lotus flower at the top. Now we'll reverse the shoulder work. So we'll bring the hands down the middle, out. Imagine you're scooping, so they're active shoulders. And then turn the palms parallel to the ground and begin to sink the chi, the energy, back inside of you. Flip the palms out, up, around, fingertips touch, press down as if we're in the pool, pushing the water down. Back up, around. I do 6 of things. If you want to do less, do less. Use the breath. Inhale up. If you want to do more, do more. 5. Feel those shoulders. Clicking, popping, totally fine. No pain, please. Up and around. Press it back down. Reset the arms. Reset the shoulders. See if you can reach your left arm up and around for the right leg 3 times and watch it with your head and shoulders. Then leave it there, holding your leg, drop the head, look down. Allow the back to round and soften. From child's pose, we'll slide all the way forward onto our navel, with our forearms on the ground. For Sphinx pose, first we'll draw the elbows back towards the hips. See, imagine you could slide the elbows back. Lift up, look up. Big breath in. Exhale, look right. Inhale, center, look up. Keep a space in the back of the neck. Exhale, look left. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, right. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale up. Look right. Inhale, middle. Exhale, look left. Inhale, middle. Look down. One more, so we're even. Inhale up. Exhale, left first. If the arms are getting a little warm, that's fine. One more rotation. Back up and then come down to rest. I like putting my head on my forearms, or if you had one ear on the mat in Child's, you might do the other on the mat now. Starting to come back up. Now, it might sound a little counterintuitive, but oftentimes when we have a sore muscle, it isn't always asking to be stretched. Sometimes it's asking to be stronger to do what we're asking it to do all day. And so we're going to do a little low back strengthening. That being said, if it bothers your low back, which is not an achy is good, but if it's a pain, then stop doing this and do your favorite yoga exercise. I'm going to incorporate some shoulder work into our locust posture. So the feet are separated as wide as the mat. The arms come out to the side. Inhale and lift off the mat. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees. Bring the elbows back to the hips for 3, 90. Try to stay parallel to the earth. 4, 5, 6. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften back down. I like tick-tocking my feet after that, just to loosen up the back of the pelvis and low back. And then I believe firmly in talking to your body. I love you, body. Thank you for all you're doing. Even though you're achy and you complain sometimes, I still love you, body. I like to remind us that we are not our body. We're not our car. We were given this body. We didn't get to choose it. We can choose our car, but we couldn't choose this body. So it was given to us for a reason. What is that lesson the body we were given is trying to teach us? Okay, now we'll do locust again. If your low back says no, don't lift the legs. Just do the upper body if that's okay. We'll bring the arms out to airplane height. Inhale, lift everything off the mat and make tiny little circles with one arm like a hummingbird, or with both arms rather, like a hummingbird. 4, 5, 6. Whole shoulder, use the whole shoulder. 2, 3, straight arms if you can. 4, 5, and 6. Lower down, hands under shoulders. Let's push back. Child's pose. Now there's another child's pose. You can bring the knees together
and round your back with your hands by your feet, then just let the head be really heavy and feel the head stretching the spine. It doesn't have to touch the floor or your knees. Starting to sit back up, you might want to sit on tucked toes behind you for hero's pose. Make sure you're on the ball of the foot and not the actual big toe. If that doesn't work, sit however it works for you to sit. So this is called swimming camel. Normally in camel, we're not, or normally in camel, we're not moving and we're focused on trying to get a bigger back bend. And this version of camel, we're trying to work on our shoulders and loosening everything up. So we'll come up to kneeling, but our toes are tucked and our feet are wider than normal. Then circle the arms, little back bend. One, little back bend. Two, little back bend. Three. Now leave the left hand on the hip and watch your right hand come up behind you and back around. Up, behind you, almost touching your foot and back around. Up, watch the hand, back and around. Hold your right hand on your right hip. Watch the left hand coming up, out behind you, almost touching your foot and back to the front. Two and three. Now we're going to reverse that. If your legs are tired, take a break. So left hand on the hip, backward, look back, up and around. Circle the arm, back, up and around. Watch it with your head, let your back twist and around. Switching sides, backstroke. Follow that hand. Perfect. Coming off our knees to rounded back. A lot of times cat and cow can just become bending forward and back. I want to encourage you to try to roll to cat like a roly-poly bug. Then roll up through. Rounding and rolling up. If you ever do see a roly-poly bug, don't kill it. It cleanses the soil. Cleanses the soil. It eats all the bad bacteria out of the dirt. Roll back. Roll on up. And slowly release to neutral. Walk the knees wide, sit back for one more child's pose. Allow your whole body to get softer. Head, neck, shoulders, arms. Let it go. Take your time to walk your hands back towards the knees. Scoot the legs out from under you, just like we started. Shake off those legs. Circling the arms, 1, 2, 3, forward. One. Big angel wings wrapping themselves around you. Two. Guardian angels, I need your protection. Wrap me up in your beautiful wings. Now, normally I would say, don't shrug the shoulders, but I want you to shrug them, then drop. Shrug them, working on the neck and shoulders again, and drop. One more time. I like doing threes, tuck those elbows in, relax your upper body. As you start to sit up, bring your right knee with you. Hold on with your left hand. Reach the right arm up and watch it coming back behind you 3 times. Circle the shoulders, circle the neck. Leave your hand back there on the floor when you're ready. Gently pull on the knee to sit tall. Now, we're going to isolate the spine. So first, just look back, stop as soon as your neck says to. Then twist from your shoulder blades, the middle spine, stop when it asks you to. Now twist from the low back. Let your back arm come up, 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 and overhead. Coming back towards the front, switching sides. Head and arm 3 times. Leave it back there. Look back, head first, then middle back, then lower back. Backhand comes back up and around. Follow it with your head. Hug both knees in. See if you can give them a really tight squeeze round your head down towards the knees. Now, imagine your back was really achy and you wanted to lay down as slow-mo as possible. So hold the back of the legs, tuck the tailbone. Then feel each part of your spine as you start to roll back. As you come down, keep the knees bent and allow the knees to rock gently from side to side. Let's leave the knees to the right, but swing your feet away from you. Then right hand on top of left knee. Watch your left hand come up and over away from the leg. Coming slowly to the other side, swing your feet away from the low back. Hold the knees with your left hand now and watch the right hand come out and out round. Come back around to the middle. Hug both knees in. Massage your low back, left and right rocking. Then see if you need anything, maybe forehead to knee, back of the neck stretch. Maybe you've been standing up a lot and you need to lift those legs up. And when you feel like your body's happy for now, we move into Shavasana, the last posture. Take a deep breath in, hold it, tell yourself thank you, and with an open mouth, audible sigh, let it go. And I'll leave you there in Shavasana. Stay there as long as you can. Namaste. See you next week.
Hey, do me a favor if you like the video and head over to Amazon. Check out my books.